Where the Force leads, I will follow.
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 Where I lead, they will follow.
Hey, y'all, and welcome back to Tales from the Table Studios. We're here with another episode of Path of the Fates, but more importantly, we're here kicking off Month of Tales 2, raising money for the California fire relief with Project Hope. We're excited to be here. We're excited to be able to have this opportunity to help out. At any point, you can hit ! Donate over in the chat. If you do, it will bring up the link where, there it is, over in chat where you can donate right now. Any amount helps, doesn't matter if it's 5 cents, $10, or $100, every cent helps. And it goes to help people who are really struggling right now. A lot of damage is happening in California. They're not getting the kind of support that they need. Every single cent, everything that you can do helps. It matters. So if you can give. If you can't give, share. The other thing you can do is, because we're still taking people who are interested in helping out for Month of Tales 2. So if you hit ! Sign up over in the chat, there it is, you can join us. That link doesn't seem to be working. We'll try and figure it out and see how we can fix it. But in the meantime, if you go over to our Discord, the link is there. You check out TFTT Studios on any socials. The link is posted there as well. We repost it daily. Come join us. Help raise money, tell some stories, run some games, be part of the production, help give stuff away. Hey, we got the link working, let's go. Shout out to Banana behind the scenes for helping out with that. But there are so many ways that you can help out, and we really appreciate anything and everything you do, and I'm sure that Project Hope and everyone else involved does as well. We'll talk a little bit more about Month of Tales and other things that are being done to help provide support at the end of the stream, but for now, let's go around, have these wonderful people now back together, and knowing they would be back together. Let's throw it around and have them tell you who they are, where you can find them, what they're up to, characters, pronouns, and all the cool stuff. And we're going to start with Extell.
Hello, everybody. I'm Extell, and as newly announced, I am the social media manager here at Tales from the Table Studios. It's good to say that finally.
Hell yeah.
You can find me at Extra the King on all the socials. And pronouns are he, him, as are my characters. And I'm playing Ronin Nil, aka Darth Bellator, who is conflicted in some ways about all that's recently happened. It's weird that he feels kind of sad, but he's still, about his business. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen this episode. And I'm ready to cry. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and Cass.
Hi, my name is Cassidy, better known as Yoda Almighty. I am playing Darth Odias, who you will hear a different name for her much of this episode, I'm assuming. And she uses she, they pronouns, just like I do. You can find me at Yoda Almighty on mainly Blue Sky and Discord. And yeah, it's fine. I zoned out. What was I doing? My dog was barking, so I was trying to stay muted.
I think you hit everything.
Okay, go.
Who you are, where people can find you, who you're playing, what you're up to. I think you hit all the check boxes. We got there.
Yeah.
And because I get yelled at if I don't do it, and I don't want to get yelled at. Hey, y'all, it's Drake Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. I am the studio director for Tales from the Table Studios. I use they, he pronouns. You can find me everywhere online at Drake Lionheart, except on Twitter where I'm the Lion Knight 42. But don't go follow me on Twitter because that would mean going on Twitter, and why would anyone want to do that to themselves? You can find me everywhere else at, like I said, Drake Lionheart or TFTT Studios if you need to reach me. Though as announced more often than not, our wonderful social media managers handling that. But you can also find me and these amazing people and all these other amazing people who work with the studio and hang out with us over on our Discord, where we have an amazing community, something that originally started as a charity event, actually, grew into an amazing community of creatives, caring people, storytellers, incredible human beings. Just come hang out, say hi. You can see all these people. We have a channel on there specifically devoted to our cast across all our shows, all the cool stuff that they're doing, where you can find them so you can support them, because you should support them. They're incredible, and we are lucky to be able to have them with us. And if you join our Discord, we'll be lucky to have you in our community as well. It's also the best way to stay up to date on all of the things that we're doing. Get your first peek at upcoming events, at casting, and at and to be involved in our upcoming community events. It's a good time. It's going to be a great time. Everything's going well so far, except here on Path of the Fates, things are not going well. Last time, our wonderful group, comprised both of our Sith and most of our Jedi, found themselves stuck, let's say, engaged with whatever remnants there were of Darth Bane. And for quite some time, it did not look like it was going to go well. They were managing to hold their own, but barely fend off the aggressive assault, just up until Lumira decided that she needed to take some of the attention off of everyone else, at which point Bane turned his attention to her just long enough to put her in a dangerous situation. And just as her life was on the line, her master stepped in the way, attracted the attention of Darth Bane, and sacrificed himself in order to allow them the chance to defeat him and survive. And today when we start, I don't think we're going to pick up where we left off. Not yet, at least. For now, instead, I'd like, if possible, Dias, Zach, Cass, can you paint for us a picture of where we see, what we see, as we first return to Path of the Fates?
We're in a very different spot right now. We are currently, I believe it's Coruscant we're on, in the Jedi Temple. Waykesh is training, stretching, working with his master, Master Loru. Middle-aged human woman who, while not the best Jedi out there, she's definitely the right one for Waykesh. His saber is it's kind of very basic, standard issue. He's not got the saber cane that Waykesh of the future will become to be more used to. And he looks over at his partner for this exercise, another individual.
Odias, although she does not go by that name yet. It looks very much the same, but her hair is much shorter. The tattooing on her face, she only has the single line. She doesn't have the 2-degree markings here yet. And she seems less tense. And there's just this really cocky smile on her face, and she's just looking between Loru and Waykesh, and her lightsaber is the same she carries in the future. But she has not yet turned it on for any of the training she's been subjected to, because why turn a lightsaber on against an opponent who's not ready to deal with you using it? So she's carrying a lightsaber that looks custom built, but maybe not custom built for her or by her. Yeah.
Don't slow me down. She's tough.
Show me what you've got.
Puff of steam comes out of the smaller mask as he looks up to his master for the go-ahead on this joint exercise.
And there's a moment as she stands there. Their sharp, piercing, like icy blue eyes just sort of watching you. And it's something she's done often. She doesn't immediately tell you to begin. She wants you on your toes. She wants you ready. And then she glances over at your partner for this exercise and then nods.
She nods back and, for the effect, lights the saber, revealing that it is not blue or green, it's purple.
Waze comes out in the very standard green.
Begin.
Bind. As soon as the bee hits her tongue, Odias tries to bind her.
I think there's a moment here as you reach out with the force and try and grip at her where it almost feels like trying to grab water. Immediately as you close around her, your will trying to impose, she just slips between all of the cracks. The movement is precise and perfect, almost as though she moves the same way that she moves past you in the force. Her steps are careful and precise, and more importantly, it's tight. There's not a single movement made that is not necessary. There is no flash, there is no flourish, there is no show as she steps forward towards you.
Wakesh slides in and goes to swing this with the saber and launches a flurry of kicks instead. And he yells out to Kedri, "Stop taking the easy way out and get engaged."
Testing my opponent, and she leaps over the two of them and lands behind LaRue to flank, and just immediately starts in parrying whatever LaRue throws at her, and he redirects that she has Wakesh accidentally swinging it at Kedri, just dancing around it. She's having a great time. This is the most anyone has seen Kedri smile.
And as you engage, Kedri, even before you land, there's as these kicks are thrown outwards, she doesn't bother sidestepping or removing herself from your line of fire. Just every single kick that you throw away is very carefully, easily swatted away, one after another, just batted to the side, off and again. Kedri, you land behind her, and she pivots, grabbing Wei's leg and pulling him forward, overextending him and throwing his leg towards you. At the same time, she steps further to the side, pulls out her lightsaber as though about to ignite it, and instead kicks you out at the ankle, forcing you into a situation where you either put yourself in the way of her potentially incoming blade, Wei's foot, or the ground.
She'll use the hilt of her lightsaber to parry Wei's foot and dance underneath him and take a strike at LaRue.
Wei, what do you do?
Wei regains himself, kind of tests his knee to make sure he's actually okay, but he knows what's coming next, and similar to what we saw in the future, but not nearly as refined, not as tight. he goes into the defensive circle where he tries to cover Kedri's openings, make it easier for her to defend herself so he can protect one part, and maybe, just maybe for once, they'll score a point.
And what we see next is, I think, a series of intricate motions that almost looks like a dance. Where she ignites her saber and steps forward, bringing it down in these very precise, specific strikes aimed at Kedri, each one deflected carefully by Way, as they almost dance in a circle around Kedri. Just these perfect, precise steps mirrored between the two of them. Kedri, every time that you see an opening and you go for it, you're met with resistance from Way's saber being pushed in the way or missed by just a hair. And as that happens, we see the sun outside the temple shifting and moving as it goes through its paces, watching as it slowly disappears beyond the window, the room darkening as we see these overlaid moments of almost a point and almost a point, and slips and trips and pushes and falls, and these moments where the two of you are just so perfectly in timed, and every single time you come up just short until finally in that last perfect moment, I would like the two of you to tell me how you score your first ever point on her.
I think Kedri goes for a bind again. She waits for Luru's attention to be on Way, and she circles around like she's going to strike, but instead of striking, she just twists her grip on the hilt of her saber and binds instead, and allows Way to get the hit.
I don't think Way sees that. I think he just sees her freeze for a second.
Yeah. But she sets it up so Way can get the hit.
And how does Way get the point?
It's not dramatic. It's not impressive. Way knows that it shouldn't have hit. He swings out, hoping to more or less set her up, because Way believes he's got her. He's finally recognized the pattern. And then she just stops. And he taps, and then he immediately turns off his saber and marches out.
Kedri will look at Luru. Is he angry with me? Or is he just like this? I know it is only my second day here.
Laru will look down at you. Her head kind of rises, and she's almost looking down at you past her own nose. You can tell that there is a level of dissatisfaction here with you. And she goes, "Perhaps best you find out for yourself."
I'm sensing you didn't like me using what my master taught me. Should I not use it in training again?
We must all decide the path we walk. But the choices that we make are the summation of who we are.
What's his name? I
We'll
wasn't
find
told.
out.
All right. And she'll follow Waykesh out.
There's a moment where I think the camera lingers on her face as you walk past. We see you over her shoulder, sort of walking towards the hall that Way went down, and for just the barest moment, there's a softening of her gaze before it cuts back to you, and I think we're sort of over the shoulder as you are walking.
Hello? Are you angry? You look angry. I can't tell with the mask, actually. Going to have to vocalize your emotions with me. I'm not so good at reading people. Oh, a sigh. Okay. I see.
2 words. Saber training.
Yes.
Finding. I understand getting frustrated. We were in there for hours.
I wasn't frustrated. I took an opportunity.
Loru wanted us to find a way with nothing available other than our beams. You should know this. I don't know what happened to your master. Personally, I don't really care. But something brought you here. Maybe he sent you. I don't know. Or they. I don't know who they are.
Johnson. I grew up on Downer.
I think Wei softens a little bit. Is he's like, I'm guessing it was public, like when it was announced that he was killed?
Oh, I
Because
showed up and said he was dead because everybody assumed he died in the Clone Wars, and then it turned out no, he lived for a couple hundred more years.
I don't think there's an official announcement out there, but everyone knows. It's the kind of thing where the council has spoken about it themselves, but people have heard and everyone's aware.
Wei freezes for a second because Major's a historian. He goes, sorry for your loss. And it's very confused.
He was like my father.
Mm.
So your consideration is appreciated. What is your name? I didn't catch it.
Wakesh.
Kedrizon. Very nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Who shoved a saber hilt up your ass? You need to lighten up. Have you never fought in the real world before?
And he kind of like gestures around the temple and he's like, this has been my whole world.
My whole world was learning to fight from a warrior. When I hear saber training, I hear use every skill at your disposal because no one is going to cut you off from the force unless you do it yourself. So
We aren't around to recommit the crimes of our ancestors. This is spiritual.
you just said that to me? You don't. Okay, you've never met. Okay. Hello, reintroducing myself. My name is Kedrizon, and I am a Dathomiri Zabrak. My mother is a Night Sister. Hello. Crimes of our past.
Yes, that's why we're not out there as soldiers anymore.
Just because you aren't a soldier doesn't mean you don't have to defend yourself against something stronger than you are. I don't.
There are other things in place. The Jedi's place is not going out and murdering anymore. It's not supposed to be, at least. If that's what you believe, then temple's probably not for you. He turns around and starts heading towards the library.
I think we linger there on Kedri's face for a moment as these words sort of rattle around. And I'm going to ask you, Cass, where do we see the two of you next?
In the library.
And I think when we get there, it's been a little while.
Yeah.
I think there's visible change. I think robes are perhaps a little less pristine, clearly worn in just slightly. I think there's a little bit more coloration on the tendrils that Wei has, denoting a slight shift in age. And what do we see in this library now?
Kedri has a stack of ancient books and hollows and whatever she can get access to, and is got like what is very obviously like a foreign language grammar book open and another book next to it, and is just like very frustrated, like cursing in every language she knows, like trying to translate something and not doing a good job.
Wakesh walks by. He's going through and he pulls the top book off the top of the stack, looks at it, and looks down and kind of closes your grammar book and walks away with it.
Give that back, Wakesh.
He keeps walking, just like not replying. You can see he's going somewhere.
Just gonna resist the urge to trip him up because I feel like we've gotten in trouble for binding him in the hallways.
Sure.
Comes back with a second tome and drops it down. He goes, Dericus has been out of date for over 150 years. This is gibberish and means nothing. You want Casa.
Thank you. Do you read Urkatat?
Mostly. It's tough. Takes time.
Sit. I need you. Sit.
He sits. And he's like, all right, let's hear it.
Okay, so I was sent to the temple to learn to drink. Obviously, I have a little pet project. I have this idea. What if I find something that's been lost for a very long time? Problem is, it's in Urkatat, and I don't read Urkatat, and you do, so please help. I will train as much with sabers, no using the force, as much as you want. Whenever you want. If you can translate these for me.
Looks at the stack. All of them.
And whatever else I find in this godforsaken. Who did the organization in this library? It is atrocious.
It's supposed to be. Makes it more difficult to steal from.
Not stealing, I'm researching.
You're not, but you never know who might come in, right? There's a lot. He pulls the top tome. Reads, like, takes him a moment, but he's not even, like, looking at the grammatical book. And he closes it. Slides it in front of you and says, education is a journey before walking away.
You are a prick. I like you. I like you, Wakesh. You're funny. I do pick up the grammar and my book and I follow after him, though. I'm like, you're going to help me, bitch.
And we watch as you follow after. And then we transition, I think, again, watching the two of you walking perhaps a bit closer than you had been when we had left you following. Where do we see the two of you? Where are you going?
I think this is like a number of weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Kedri has beaten him down. He's a little bit more accepting to help, but mainly because what Kedri did translate was enough to pique his interest.
So is this a moment of him asking what I'm really doing?
More or less. He goes, I can understand the use, but I don't know why.
The first time we met, I told you my mother is a night sister.
He nods.
Anson raised me because she left me with him because I do not have the connection to the Force that the rest of my family has.
And
And have you ever found the connection? Orton, let me rephrase. Have you ever been aware of a connection to the Force that you should have? You don't necessarily want it.
no,
You're lying to me, Waycash.
no, my family's been part of the Jedi Temple for generations. Like, I'm the only one who's gone this far into the training, but
But you forget that I have fought next to you for weeks. Every day. You're suppressing yourself.
yeah,
I'm simply looking. Why?
because the Force makes things too easy.
You're the
People
strangest
struggle to
Jedi.
get strength. I struggle on my own merits, not what I can use space magic against.
Okay. Well, I would like to not find something to make my connection easier, but find knowledge to make my mastery take new paths.
You want a shortcut?
I don't want a shortcut. I want options. There's more than the Jedi out there. John Sorn taught me that.
I mean, yeah. Practitioners, dark side, there's tons of ways. Healers. I mean, you're what? Night Mother? Haven't been able to find too much on that. Everything seems to be
Hold on,
counter.
hold on. You've been researching my people?
It
Wait,
comes,
Kesh, I didn't know you cared.
yeah, it comes up in a lot of Sith textbooks.
Night Sisters are not Sith.
I know. I understand that. They just come up a lot.
Talzin? It's usually Talzin.
Yes, Towson.
Yeah. Fine.
And Maul. Maul comes up often too. But that's I think that's its own thing.
That's very much its own thing.
A lot of those feel like boogeyman stories from the Clone Wars.
According to my mother, no.
I don't know. But to each their own.
Maul and Talzin and Ventress put themselves in league with people who could not be trusted.
There's a lot of people who can't be trusted.
I find myself trusting you despite my misgivings. Do you trust me when I say that I am not looking for an easier path? I am just looking for knowledge about other paths.
He sits for a second before he goes, I believe that's what you believe.
Always with the semantics, and she'll just smack him like open palm on the chest. Like, what? You really need to lighten up. Come on, let's go sneak out and get drunk in a bar. Come on.
What?
Yeah, yes, you're having fun. Let's go. And I will physically drag him out of the temple.
Excellent. Yeah, and we watch as Wei is sort of like reluctantly pulled beyond the threshold and out into like one of the busy streets that like after a set amount of time shifts over away from the platform that the temple is on and out of view. And I think our camera will fade a bit. And when we come back in, where do we find Wei this next time?
It's late. Like, very late. It's dark. He's sitting in an alcove of the library. I think it's a frequent spot for him, but it's not like his number one spot. So if somebody's coming to look for it, it's not the first place you'd find him, but it's definitely the second.
Mm-hmm. I think we hear the
It's a
tap of-
cozier spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we hear the tap of boots, and they don't pause around where he knows the first spot to be found would be. They go straight to spot 2. We just see Kedri come around the corner. So
Sitting at the
why?
table, and in front of him is, it looks like a stick. It's a curled handle at the top. It's a cane.
Did you hurt yourself? Did I miss you hurting yourself? I didn't hurt you during training, did I? Did I?
He doesn't respond. He just is staring at it, and his hands kind of touching the wood. I think Kedri at this point knows like something's wrong.
I'm gonna take the cane away from you.
His hand just like grabs her wrist.
Ooh. So it is the stick.
It's not the stick.
It's the stick. What does the stick represent so I can beat you over the head with it later? What is wrong?
Oh, you know what? I think what you look up and you see, like, you probably didn't notice it because of the dark at first, but he's not wearing his usual mask. It's totally flat. It's just like a standard issue secondary mask.
What are you doing? And she's like leaning into his space now. What are you doing?
Thinking
About?
a lot.
Always so vague. What are you thinking about?
I think as she leans, he like stands up, and in like a total not weight cash move, he just hugs her. He just pulls her in. And
I
there's
think
like a shaking in his shoulders.
Oh, she just like wraps him up, guy, and they're the same height, so it's like she's just like, what is this? I don't do tears. What are we doing? What? Explain. Before I break your stick, explain.
You know Ravis. Have you heard that name before?
Have I heard that name before, Lion?
Let's roll about it.
Let's roll about it.
Roll about it.
I have a career doot in lore, and I've got some Outer Rim stuff too, but no, I don't have any ranks in it though. It's just
I'll
gonna
give
be
you
3.
I'll give you a lore roll if you want to make a lore roll for me.
Sure. It's just gonna be 3 green dice.
Okay, and we're gonna make this this is a 4 difficulty. But I'm gonna give you a boost die.
Okay.
Because I think that there's a situational benefit from some of the things you've experienced before now and some of the things you've been told and had the opportunity to research. The other thing I'm going to say is you could, in theory, if you want, flip one of those dark side points in order to upgrade one of your dice. If you wanted to.
Lion, be honest with me. How badly am I possibly going to need those later? Not touching them.
Okay.
I have plans.
Then 3 green, 1 blue, and 4 difficulty dice.
4 purple. Well.
Damn. This is very telling. This is good.
Oh, that's so good. that's so good, y'all. That is 3 successes and 4 threat,
Mark those.
which explains a lot.
I would say that you've heard the name before. There's very little on record about who Darth Ravis was outside of a Sith that existed well before even like Bane. Darth Ravis was a figure that there are a lot of stories about, but which ones are true and which ones are false are so deeply lost to time that there perhaps is no one left in the galaxy who could tell you otherwise. The story goes, at least the thing that is shared between all of them is that he was a force sensitive who didn't seek out the dark side. It sucked him. It found him. There was, from there it diverges. There are stories about how people believed he was going to be the Sith Ari, the chosen one who would bring glory to the Sith, which is something that also comes up later in the stories of Darth Bane. You know that there are stories about how he had uncovered ancient rituals, some that may have been like originally Night Sister rituals, some that may have just been like original, like full flavor, non-diet Sith magics. Capital Sith is in the people, not the order. But it's very hard otherwise. There's so little to go off of. But it's bad. Everything about it is bad.
Yeah. The only connecting thread is that when he was around, or the time he's rumored to be around, I should say, just millions died.
Yeah.
Have you been reading ghost stories, Way?
I've been reading the family tree.
Oh. And I think she like pushes you back or like looks at you looks at the mask and it's like, oh. Huh.
He pulls out his saber and his actual lightsaber. And when he flips the switch, it's orange. He closes it and then he grabs the saber cane and he pulls that one out and the same color sparks from it. Whichever ones I grab, this happens.
I think she looks between the two blades. And I think at this point, Wakesh is very aware that Kedri is cagey as fuck. That she doesn't necessarily lie outright, but she doesn't always tell the full truth. And I think she just takes a half step back from him and you get the full force, which I think maybe only a few of the you've seen directed at a few of the masters at the temple thus far, but you get the full force of Kedri's on studying you for weakness.
I'm guessing he knows this is happening.
Mm-hmm. She's looking at you like, and this is not a look she has turned on you at all.
You know what's the worst part about it, Kedri?
Oh.
After all this, and knowing that my family might be implicated in one of the largest mass extinction events we've seen, steam kind of goes through the bottom of the mask and goes, all I can find myself thinking is that I think I'm falling in love with you. And he picks up the saber and the sabers and just footsteps on cobblestone. Leaves.
There's a camera shot looking over Kedri's shoulder and seeing her face as he's walking away. You see her turn around and her face is very cold. And she just reaches out, binds him in place, stalks back up to him, and just stares at him for a moment. And in a move that will become very familiar to Ronin, because Kedrizon does not ever voice her emotions out loud. She reaches out. She plucks the sabers from his hands and throws them to the floor, and then she takes his hands. And she's still looking at him in the eye. And she just squeezes his hands, tilts her forehead against his for a moment. Says nothing. And then turns and walks away. And she never comes back.
We get a shot. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the next few weeks, I'm sure you're about to talk to them, are a bit of a whirlwind for Waycash. But maybe you should narrate what happens next.
Well, the first thing we see is a shot in the dead of night of a figure walking from the temple, hooded, bag slung over their shoulder. They get to the edge where the walkway has just sort of moved away, and they just step off and drop, disappearing out of view. And we linger there for a moment. The temple, just in the corner of our view, watching this empty, now slowly returning street. In a very quick vignette, what are the next few weeks like for Way?
First, he hears that Kedri's gone missing. And same with an artifact. Him and Loru are sent to find it. And during that time, through maybe ham-fisting, but him and Master Loru come to the conclusion that they aren't connected. Kedri is put up as missing in action instead and believed to have been taken along with the artifact. The going story around the temple is that whoever broke into it took her with it. She had seen them that night. Waycash doesn't tell anybody he was around or about what happened, but he does. The council knows, and Master Loru knows that he was with her that night, up until right before it happened.
There's a moment as we linger on y'all, where Wei, you're just sort of standing there, looking out the window at Coruscant, this bustling mega metropolis, ships flying here and there, walkways moving between platforms, giant sprawling buildings reflecting the sun onto the people walking by, and we see your reflection in the glass. And then a hand rests on your shoulder, firm, as your master steps behind you. And then there is a flash of red light that wipes past the screen as the saber comes flying, crashing down, and we see a whirlwind of Wakesh and Ronin moving back and forth in perfect synchronicity, fighting against this hungry, ravenous, hate-filled specter of Bane, and the two of you feel something grip you and tug. And Wei, it is in this moment, as you feel it, you recognize it. And looking up, as you hear the cracking of glass, you see a familiar face. Different, but familiar. What goes through your mind in that moment?
It's an elation of relief and joy and heartbreak. He sees the mask that he's worn ever since that night, the one that is part of his family. And as he's being pulled, he can feel the mask where he spoke to Kedri last against his robe.
And then we see the blade come crashing down again and again, and we watch as Lumira's arm lowers slowly and lower and weaker, and the eyes grow wider, and Bane's narrow teeth gritted, swinging down like trying to chop through wood. And wait, in this moment, what is the thought running through your head as you do what you're about to do?
I have a duty, and she deserves a chance to live.
And then we hear the sizzling sound of flesh. We see the color fading from Wei's face. The arm stretched out, forcing the canister onto Bane. And then the clattering of the body and a saber and a cane. And then rocks are falling again. And as they do, Odias, you can hear around you the screaming, the shouting. You hear Ronin barking almost at Lumira. You, almost on autopilot, talking to Newton, demanding the body, getting possession just as more rocks crumble and tumble down, separating the two of you and what remains of Wei from the remnants of Bane and the Jedi. And there is a ringing in your ears here. What would the two of you like to do?
Rana, we have to go. We have to get to Dathomir. We have to go.
Okay, I have him. I believe I had Waykesh's body using
Floating.
move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm holding the rocks at bay with bind to get us out of there.
And as we're moving, I'm calling. Oh, the name escapes me again. Talisa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I'm telling her to get the ship ready, and that we're leaving soon.
And you hear back, yes, Mandalore, it will be done. And yes.
Yeah. She just has her hand wrapped around Wakesh's wrist as we're carrying him out. She doesn't let go.
And it is cold and limp and heavy. But you have an easy exit now. The fallen rocks revealing what seems to be a tunnel that leads you on a sharp incline upwards and out onto the surface where the storm continues to rage, sheets of rain pouring on you, coating you as though the planet itself weeps for your loss. Shouts of thunder and flashes of lightning as the ship lowers.
Unless Ronan talks to her, Kedru or Odias isn't saying anything.
I think he doesn't, because he understands that you don't talk about these things much. You get the feeling that it's not like a yeah, I'm not talking to you about this, but it's more of a you'll talk to me when you're ready type of vibe.
I will say, Ronan is a seeker and a seer and all these things, and she may not be saying anything, but I think because she doesn't hide things from Ronan, I think just these images and these memories of her and Wei are just like she can't shield herself. So if he's open at all with the Force, he's getting everything because it's like she's screaming it in his head. She can't stop, but her face is just stone.
In that case, I think he does say something. It's I don't look back at you because I imagine him out front. Um, I don't look back at you. I just say, we'll do whatever we can, whatever we have to.
Thank you. Thank you.
No need to thank me. Just the phrase I just want your tears to stop flowing lingers, but he doesn't say it. It's there, but he doesn't say that.
Yeah. Hey, Lion.
Yes.
She knows Ronan so well. I think she probably does stop crying. Does it stop raining? No.
No.
Okay.
Your tears may have stopped, but there's so much more to mourn here. This is just one piece.
Yep. Yeah. So she just follows. And I don't think she's turned her lightsaber off. And I don't think she will till they're in hyperspace. I don't.
I think as you board the return ship, and it takes off, leaving the planet behind, we do see that sort of hard wipe to the left. And the next shot we have Wei laid, assuming this is something you would allow, laid on one of the beds in one of the unused rooms.
Oh no. No.
Okay, you tell
He's
me.
in my quarters.
In your quarters. Excellent.
And she has like cleaned herself up, but she's just sitting next to the bed, like just staring at the body.
And I think when we wipe, we come in on Wei's face, or what remains of it. I don't know if you've put the extra mask back on or not.
I put it on trying to save him, so.
Right. So yeah, so the mask rests and we see his masked face. Our first time seeing now this grown version of Wei wearing that mask that we've seen before the last time Wei was with you. And we pull back and we see you on the floor beside him. And we slowly pull out of the room, and I think we see the outline of Ronin's back standing there at the doorway. Bellator. And where do we go from there? What happens? What do we see?
I will do the equivalent of knocking on the door. Whether that's if it's like an intercom or a button, or if I can just actually knock, whichever way I can, I'll do that. Hey,
She just waves the door open.
I'll step in. I think I look at Waykesh's body before I look to you. How you doing?
I have been better.
We're gonna be coming up on Dathomir soon. I'll let you know. And I'm here for you. Right?
Of course you are.
Always.
How much I could feel you. How much did you see?
All of it. Just about. I think. You two are close, yeah?
Before I had you, I had him. And she's just staring at his body.
You know what your family is gonna do to help?
Not exactly. Azani told me a story once. Practitioners who used the Force to create life. And I have seen my mother do impressive things. If they can create life, why can they not bring it back?
Get that.
You have to promise me something, Ronin.
What?
There will be a cost to this. You cannot
What do you mean?
stop me. I don't know what it will be. You cannot stop me paying it. I won't stop you helping me pay it because I know you. But you cannot stop me.
Kadri. You probably the most important person to me in this entire universe. If that cost is your life, then I will interfere.
I will not give Bane the satisfaction of taking both of us. I left him behind because I knew in that moment that if he followed me, then I would lose him to Bane. And he followed me anyway. And I lost him, and I will not give Bane the satisfaction of taking him away from me.
As long as the cost isn't your life, then I will help you.
Bane doesn't get to take me.
I look to Wakesh. He's a good man.
I know. I know. He's not going to be happy with me.
Even I could pick up that from the little time we had together. I will help you no matter what. And if the cost is a life, then you can use mine.
No. No.
But that's if that comes to that. I will do what I can to assist. I feel connection to the Force is stronger now. So I'll do what I can to assist. We'll bring him back, Kedri. I promise.
Thank you.
I'll leave you alone, and I'll go brief the crew on what to do when we arrive. I imagine your family will not be much welcome to a horde of Mandalorians appearing on the planet.
Revis will see it as a challenge. Oh, he's going to show up and he's going to be Revis about this.
If he does, then I will take him on as the leader of this clan.
He'll enjoy it too much.
Maybe I will too. It's been a while since I last fought him.
My mother will not be amused.
When is your mother ever amused?
You know, you make a fair point.
And I'll step closer to you and put a hand on your shoulder. And I don't say anything else, but the feeling of just the support that Ronin always gives you is there. And maybe even stronger slightly because of the newfound connection to the Force. And maybe I'm not too well at regulating how much emotion is pushed out.
And I don't think we have barriers between us anyway. Like, we are the hive mind. Yeah, I think, yeah, and I think you just also, like, you just feel like that she has cycled all the way through the stages of grief and is back to rage. Like, she's just mad. She's so mad.
I think in this moment you both can feel the presence outside of the room, standing in the doorway. Talisa stands there, sort of watching the two of you, arms behind her back, standing rigid, silently waiting.
Talisa, I don't turn and look at her.
Yes, Preserver. There is someone wishing to speak with you on the bridge.
Who is it?
It is a ally?
Go, Ronan.
I'll look at Talisa and say, I'm on my way. And have the rest of the crew gather in the deck. So that I may talk to them before we land.
Should probably warn them about how aggressive the Night Sisters can be with new blood.
Yes, we will talk.
Go,
I'll leave
Ronan.
you
I'll be
alone.
okay. I'll be okay. Just go.
All for me if you need anything. I'll send you a favor to
No, cause, but no.
not to the room. Just
No.
to be on standby if you need
No.
anything.
No. Not the time. Not the time.
Okay. Now step outside the door, and just before the door closes, I think I kind of look back in the room as it closes, just as one last look of solidarity.
You've just seen her slump over, and she's like got her arm, like head pillowed on her arms, and is just looking up at Wakesh's face, like she's just slumped over.
And as you do, Talisa sort of bows her head for a moment, Preserver, and is going to lead you to the bridge. At the bridge, there are, as you fully expect, a number of Mandalorians going about, continuing to keep the ship, running in perfect order, or as best they can. It is, as you know, a bit of an old ship, but it does seem to be fully functional, and everyone is perfectly on point with their job, not wanting to let you down as they make their way to Dathomir. There is, however, one form you don't recognize immediately here, one that doesn't seem familiar, who you hadn't seen initially boarding the ship. Would you like to describe them, please?
Have we transitioned? Can people see me now?
Yeah, they can see you now.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hey, yo.
What you see is a droid, an IG unit. It's got a large cylindrical head. It stands about 6'4". It's covered in a cloak, though, long and flowing, and where the orange lights typically show off, you see a soft blue glow. And it turns to you, and with an overly dramatic flourish of its arms, it bows. It says, "Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Preserver. How are you doing today?"
There have been better days. State your name and business, droid.
You may call me JH23. I'm an IG assassin unit. At your disposal.
I look to Talisa and say, "Who?"
I come on my own volition.
It arrived
JH,
only
you
days
said.
before you did, Preserver. On Mandal. On the planet.
You are here to assist me.
In whichever way you see fit.
I gotta.
But first I bring a gift.
Oh.
And it approaches, metal feet thumping against the ground. Still in like this, like I said, it's almost like it's wearing a poncho over it. And it hands you a box. It's almost done up like a Christmas gift. He has used some wire to tie a little bow.
I gotta say OOC, right? Ronin is suspicious. Me love this. Love what's happening. There's a couple of things. A couple of things I need to do here. First thing is Ronin is going to use Seek. Um to try to gain insight on this on this droid and see if it's telling the truth.
Sure.
And the second thing is to go what internally. But yeah, I'm gonna try to use Seek here.
Yeah, why don't you roll me a force roll?
I have 3 of those now. 2 light, 2 dark. That's a fun time.
Ooh. Which ones would you like to use here?
I believe. Let me double check Seek. So I only have the basic power and the magnitude upgrade. I believe. Yeah, I only have 2 points in this. So I'll use both dark. To try to. Oh no, I need to use spin both. Yeah, both dark to gain insight. On the droid. I think it specifically it says to general location, but if I may.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I use 2 of them, and I'll use 1 light actually to spin on an additional detail.
Ooh, okay. So here's what I'm going to say. So I will say that Seek isn't a full-on lie detector, so it won't necessarily tell you whether or not it's entirely truthful.
That's sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But since you are trying to look into if the things it's telling you are accurate, what I will say is, Zach.
Yes.
Can you give us something that JH has done or encountered in the last, let's say, month that might provide some insight into what Ronin is looking for? Something that he sees or feels or senses.
You get a vision, and it's on a very snowy planet, and you see 3 green sticks, essentially, and a crosshair. It's very far away, those green sticks. There's a loud pop, and one of the sabers drops to the ground. Then there's another, and the second one falls. The third green saber goes off, and then there's a ring. And then there's a shaking, almost like a chuckle. And then it zips back to a snowy field.
So with that, I think after that, Ronin will open up the gift.
What you see inside.
Carefully.
What you see inside is, it looks like a blasting cap or detonator. Before we left the moon of Onderon, you told the Mandalorians that no Jedi shall make it away. I am very quiet.
And this is proof of that, correct?
You can always look.
This is just a detonator and not an explosive device, correct?
Oh no, it's I mean, there's no bomb attached to it. I mean that in the most physical sense. You could talk out of character for this, Cass.
Yeah. So what I'm getting is you press the button and something 3 systems away goes
Goes boom. I think
Yeah, I made the trip during the Jedi Sith temple.
question is, do I press this or not? That's the question. Do I press this instantly or not? I think
Maybe you should check who's attached to you first.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Oh no. Sorry if I'm a little thrown off by this, y'all. I did not expect this at all. And Ronan is also just very confused. So I'll hand the box over to Delisa and I'll say, put that in my quarters, please.
Yes, preserver.
JH, you said your name was correct?
JH23. Preserver.
Is it okay if I call you Jay?
Of course.
All right. I'll accept your loyalty and give you chances to prove yourself more.
I suggest pressing it soon. The Padawans and the master are disabled.
I'm aware. I have reasons to change my mind on the subject, but your talents and your loyalty is very much appreciated and acknowledged.
It tilts almost like a confused dog. If I may ask, why bring the meat back onto the ship?
We have our reasons. And I've changed my view upon them. For now, they are to be viewed upon as neutral rather than enemies. And this one in particular is of rather import.
Acknowledged.
Who sent you?
I came of my own volition.
And how did you hear about me?
I didn't hear about you. I heard of Mandalorians. And where they are, Jedi tend to appear.
All right. We'll talk more later, but now we have to land soon. So for now, just stick close.
Nods and steps forward. So he's like right up on you.
Ronin is very, very confused, and he's trying to act like a king. He's like, "This is what a king acts like, right?" So he's like out of his element here.
It's very in your bubble right now. You're told to stick close. He is sticking close.
Yeah, you can step back a few feet. Stay within 6 feet. How about that? I'll say that.
Excellent. That makes it easier for both of us to move.
Yes.
And
right.
I think in this moment, there is a notification that pops up across the like large front facing like screen / window of the bridge. That notes that you are entering Dathomiri space. You are coming up on the planet.
I'm going to try to contact I'm gonna try to contact the Odias's family.
Mm-hmm. So you open like a channel, and you realize that there already is a channel sort of hailing the ship. So it's very easy for you to connect to that. Yeah. What is it you would like to say? Because when you connect, there is no immediate response from the other side.
I'll just say this is. I feel like there's a call sign that Ronin has that I haven't made up yet.
Okay.
So he's just gonna say this is Bellator requesting permission to land.
There's a moment of just silence in response. It feels like the most pregnant of pauses as you wait. And then you hear a voice go, "And why are we to let you land here, Bellator?"
Do I know this voice?
I don't think it stands out to you, no.
Is there a usual voice I hear? Because I imagine we've landed here plenty of times. So is there a usual voice I tend to hear, and is this different from that voice?
I would say that this particular voice is not the voice you usually hear when landing here. But you know what? I say you do recognize it. I think it takes a moment. It takes a moment because I don't think you've had too much direct interaction. But you do recognize this voice after a moment as Revis, who is, I don't want to use the term stepfather, but I think stepfather is the most apt choice of words here for Odias.
Because I have Edgery with me, and we are returning home from mission.
I suppose as good of a reason as any. And here I was hoping you would give me a reason.
Be advised that we have some guests with us. I have acquired leadership over a group of Mandalorians, and we are landing. They'll be briefed not to act hostilely so long as there is no hostility towards them.
There is a sound that you legitimately cannot discern between a scoff or a laugh. It's just in that perfect middle ground.
Great times.
Acknowledged, and then you get like all of the information needed for landing. Now, obviously, with a ship this size, you can't take it down to the surface, but you can load up a number of your whoever you would like to take with you, along with, I assume, Odias, the meat,
The meat.
The meat
And-
fucking sent me.
JH also has to come because JH's been told to stand by me.
Yeah, I think Odias will walk up and point. Why is there an assassin droid on the ship?
Would you like me to carry your luggage?
Yeah.
What are you
JH
doing
has
here? What is he doing here? It.
JH has found.
I go by he/him.
Thank you. Why?
JH has committed to serving me and the Mandalorians.
What are your mission parameters, JH?
Shoot Jedi.
Oh. He can stay.
Yes.
Ask before shooting Jedi. We have a few we like right now.
I don't understand.
Ask permission before shooting.
That part makes sense.
There are a few Jedi who are not actively hostile to us, therefore they do not need to be shot.
Not actively hostile yet.
Which is why you're going to ask permission before shooting.
Very well.
Good job.
We'll take it on a case-by-case basis, Jage. Just for now,
If
no
this,
shooting Jedi until permitted.
if my luggage wakes up, don't shoot him.
I meant your bags. That is meat.
Ronin, I just called him meat.
It's I imagine it's a thing, but just don't read too much into it.
Keep the droid away from me right now.
Jage, 20 feet.
Is there enough space in the ship at 20 feet?
Who knows?
10.
Steps back.
And if you want, they do have like hover beds, so that you don't have to carry away if you don't want to carry away. But they set it so that it's easy enough for you to just you can just sort of push it and it'll move with you. You can use the force to just sort of pull it along or push it along. Getting on the shuttle, it's a pretty easy, simple ride down to the surface. There are storms, but luckily the ship is of like classic Mandalorian make. A few storms are nothing to this thing. It cuts through them, this swirling masses of black clouds that create these complex patterns across the sky. At one point, as you cut through them, there is nothing but darkness. The flashes of lightning that you would expect to provide any sort of vision don't. This is nothing new to the two of you. You've been here a handful of times, well, maybe more than a handful of times in some cases, but you've been here enough times that this is perfectly normal and expected for you. Breaking through, there is no rain at all. There's never any rain with these. It's only thunder, only lightning, and they just disperse behind you, moving onwards towards wherever they are next needed, perhaps. The landing is simple, straightforward. As you come down, you can see at the end of the set up, almost makeshift landing pad, a handful of both Night Sisters and brothers surrounding in a semicircle, with what you immediately recognize to be Revis standing in the center.
Before we get off, just I have indeed briefed the Mandalorians about what should be going. Like,
sure, 100%.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything unless I say so. Also, I believe there's probably only like 4 of them with us, maybe 3 to 4 max. It's Talisa and 2 to 3 of whoever of the Mandalorians that are under her, basically, in terms of rank.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And they're happy to stay with the shuttle for now, or escort you if you'd prefer. Obviously, it is up to you, Preserver, as always.
Talisa, you stay with me. The rest of you can stay on the ship.
To be clear, if Night Sisters come on the ship, resist the urge to go off alone with them.
Oh yes, don't do that.
And the two other Mandalorians who are on the they like look at each other for a moment, and you can see the like micro tilt of the head, and then they look back and they both are like,
It'll either be the best night of your life, and maybe also your last. Who knows?
GH brings up both hands and puts them on both the Mandalorian shoulders and just goes, I believe in you.
Notoriously, the like classic preservers are unflinching, rigid warriors, but you both can see how they tense up at this, clearly unsettled. And then you
Right.
you disembark. As you begin down the ramp, Kedri, I think you'll recognize immediately that there are two faces that are not present. Neither Azani nor Kala are here.
Hello, Revis. Where is she?
She is busy.
No. Where is she? I need her.
She's waiting for you. She knew you were coming.
I had the feeling. All right.
And what of your new friends?
Oh, Mandalorians. Be proud. Bellator is now the preserver.
There's a
That's a nice ring
wide
to it.
there's a wide rise of the brows as Revis looks at you. I feel like you and Revis have always had one of those relationships where it's like you exist on the same level and you could be friends, but you exist on the same level, which means you're always kind of looking for an excuse to get in a fight, and it just hasn't happened yet.
And Revis is very like dad about me and Azani and everything. So like he also just kind of like side eyes you a little bit.
100%.
He's the dad who stepped up.
Yeah.
You do not even know how true that is.
Yeah.
Wild times.
He's never like pulled you aside and had the like,
Nope.
listen, I'm watching
no.
talk. But the energy just rolls off of him like a thick fog.
Yeah. He has no need to give a shovel talk because it's Kedri and Azani. But like, yeah. So.
And when he looks with the wide eyes, I'm just like, I'm pretty cool. I don't know, you know. So
Bellator, shut up.
I'm just saying. Not many people are called the preserver. I'm just saying.
You're embarrassing me.
Rivas grins, sharp teeth exposed, just these like almost yellowish whites. And goes, I'm sure Azani will enjoy it.
Oh, to be clear, Revis is a Mirielon. He's not Zabrak.
Oh, yes.
So where you would expect to see a male Zabrak leading the Night Brothers, he is Mirielon. So he's got the yellow skin, the geometric tattoos, and you'll recognize the same tattooing for like martial training is on his face as is on Odias's face. Although he probably has a lot more degrees of branching off to show that he's cooler.
Way more.
Yeah. So.
Well, if we may, shall we continue?
Oh, I think Kedri's already like pulling the hover bed and is already like off going directly to her mother.
All right, it's Talisa JH with me. The rest of you again, be careful, and then start walking behind, and I'll give the smuggest of grins to to Revis.
Excellent.
Yeah,
and
look at me.
and there's that like again that deep grin and this sort of like head tilt. And it's very much that like maybe next time we'll get there energy. The rest
I also
of the
very much want to fight him too. It's gonna be a good time.
the rest of the Night Sisters and Brothers watch as the group of you disembark, and as you step further into the planet onto Dathomir, they sort of almost fall in line behind you. before slowly dispersing off into their own way as they go about whatever it is that they have to do. Um, the temple ahead of you is this large peaked thing, almost like a tower. Um, Parts of it are broken and have fallen or worn away by the weather. It's like old brick. In fact, there are parts of it that jut in ways that remind you very much of the temple on Duxon. Um, Insofar as how it seems almost like it itself is reaching for the sky, like it itself may be trying to pry itself free of the planet. Um, Outside of it, there are dozens of Night Sisters working on complex movements and motions, some sitting in front of books and giant, like, cauldron esque bowls, bones, rocks, all sorts of things. On the other side, you see a number of brothers who are engaged in physical combat training with each other. Kedri, it's strange because usually there are other places for this. This is a show of force almost. A statement is being made with this. This is not the norm. And it hasn't been on the last few times that you have been here. You can see through the threshold, deep in the center of this tower, where you know you can feel her. There are flickering lights, greens and reds and blacks. You can see smoke wafting out from within. And in the flashes of those lights, you can see the familiar face of your mother, grandmother.
So for the audience to know what she looks like, she is very much classic Zabrak. She's very tall. She's very lithe. Whereas I don't know if anybody's watched this Ahsoka in like the great mothers from Paradea, where like they have the blood vessels and tattooing and everything like going like this. Hers frame her face, and she has longer hair like Kedri, although hers is dark. It's black hair, and Kedri's is a darker blonde. And then she has horns like in the rows of 3 going back into her hairline. Um, and she wears robes like what Mother Talzin wears in the Clone Wars, but she doesn't have that hood. It's she and Kedri are dressed very similarly, and like they have these robes. There's layers to them, but like they're functional and they're armored. She also never takes her armor off. Like so yeah, but I don't know how's she looking at me? Is she grumpy?
She's not looking at you, in fact.
Mm,
Her
that's
attention
normal.
seems elsewhere, pointed down into whatever it is that's in front of her, but through the wisps of light, you can't really make out what it is. But you can tell that it's pointed. It's clear that she's not looking at you with purpose, as so often she is to do.
Is the rest of the council in here?
Not that you can see.
I will look around for them.
No one seems to stand out.
Mother Zon, I come to beg a favor.
So you speak. You're still standing at the threshold, or do you enter?
I will enter, but I will hold up a hand for Ronin to wait with Waykesh's body.
Entering, you are overcome with sensation. There are smells here that are familiar and centering and intense, mixtures of burning herbs and burnt hair and earth and clay. And the flickering of the flame seems to stop. The braziers that rest on the walls on all sides of this rounded room are frozen as she slowly, without raising her head, tilts her eyes up to you. The brow is set just deep enough to cast a heavy shadow over her gaze, which you can feel picking you apart. Yes, I know you are here. Why?
Can you do it, Mother?
Is that the question?
Can you bring him back to life?
Should I?
I'm not asking if you should, Mother. I'm asking if you can.
And what cost are you willing to pay if so?
What is the cost?
That is not an answer.
Almost anything.
Oh
Not
no.
my life. Not my life. Not Ronin's. But anything else.
Anything else? Why is it that you are not here with us? You look stunned. This is not a complicated question.
I'm not here with you because then I cannot do what you do. I failed my training and gestures to the tattoo on her head.
And she sighs and pushes back the sort of ramshackle carved seat, grinding against stone and dirt as she does. And she rises, and you notice it's slower. Her movements are stiffer. And she watches you, head still low, eyes shadowed, as she moves closer. And as she passes each of the braziers, the flames begin to flicker again. And she reaches out with long, nailed fingers, the back of her hand stopping just an inch from your cheek. Teasing contact, promising nothing, and then it slowly moves down as though caressing, and for a moment it feels as though her skin is on yours, but you know that's not the case. And she goes, "You know so little, and you come promising to pay almost any cost. You cannot imagine the cost that will be paid. Knowing that, is this what you wish?"
Yes.
"It will cost us all dearly."
What will it cost, Mother? You have to tell me.
"Even if I did." And she finally reaches up and she sort of like forcefully cups you under the chin to hold your gaze. "You could not understand. But if you tell me you need this, then we will. We will do what we can. But you have to be sure. Where you stand now is a moment. And the decisions that you make will echo, ripple. What path do you walk? And she releases you.
I walk the path of my choosing. I need this. I need him. Please bring him back.
Then you have made your choice. And I will do what I can. But understand, there is no promise it will work, and even if it does, there is no promise that he will be who you want him to be.
I know. But if you had been powerful enough to try for father, wouldn't you?
Over the course of the next second, a lot of things happen. As you see a softening of her eyes for a mere moment, which is then replaced by a storm of frustration and anger and hatred, so much scarier than the storm that you came in here on. And then, again, nothing. Back to that neutral face that always feels tinged with judgment. I would have made my choice the same way you make yours. And what it means doesn't matter. There is power in death. If you choose to deny yourself the chance to grow from this, I will do as you ask. We will see what will come of it.
Mother. Before I found Ronin, I would have asked him to come with me on my journey. He is descendant of Ravis.
And what does that mean to you?
Not much. But what it could mean for us. Power.
Perhaps. But first, the cost. And she looks past you, looking at Ronin and the body of Wei and Talisa and JH. 23, correct?
23. Yeah, you got real quiet there.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Yep.
There we go. And then she looks back at you and she goes, bring him in.
I will just gesture to Ronin. You're so muted.
Yeah, you're not even there.
Nope, can't hear you.
We love the tech gremlins, guys.
Yeah, we love us some good old fashioned tech gremlins.
Video Ninja has been on it today.
It has been stellar.
Yeah,
we've been taking turns. It's great. Here's my turn.
It is, yeah. It's your turn now.
Listen, as long as it doesn't hit me, we'll get there. It's fine.
I will walk in with Waykesh's body. No, I don't tell Talisa or JH to remain outside.
JH will just move the he'll move the like hover bed so that it's like not in the visible like scenery. You notice, if the camera notices, his head is spun around. He's like watching, but he is like not like he's still moving this thing, but his head is like locked onto what's going on.
And as you enter, she moves past you, JH, almost refusing to acknowledge you beyond sort of a hand wave and a sound of disgust.
Mother.
And she immediately makes her way over to you, Ronin. And the hand comes down on your arm, resting over your bicep, the big smile on her face. And she goes, "Look at you. I can feel it rolling off you now.
What exactly?
Power."
I found something. I'm not quite sure yet.
Then she lets go of your arm and comes up, and she does sort of like rest her hand on your cheek and give you the like gentle pat. And go, "That's all right. True power takes time to understand."
Yes. And
Mother.
how are you?
Leave him alone.
It is very much probably well known that Ronin also views her as a mother.
Dick.
Yep.
How she views him is up to her. He thinks of her as a
Kedrick
mom.
has got it. Yep.
She's terrifying and has lived for so long. So
But he does
Falls
give off
past Cougar.
he does do the whole "how have you been" thing. It's the whole how are you doing?
busy.
Rivas seems to have a bit of a show of force outside. He's flexing his muscles, I think.
Yeah, she likes to do that. One of these days you're going to have to fight him. He won't stop. And then she turns back.
Wait a little longer.
And then she turns back over to look down at Wei. And she reaches down and like takes him by the jaw and will turn his head in either direction. There is no like reverence or like carefulness or gentleness in this touch either. It is very much like inspecting any stock, just turning the head either way. She like rests the hand on the chest and slowly brings it down and like moves both the arms a bit, seeing if there's any like movement left, if the body is stiff. And then she, again, without looking at you, JH, motions towards the back of the room and goes, "Put him there for now." And then we'll turn back to you.
Am I being commanded to move him?
Yes.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Well, she's telling you to move him. Whether you see that as a command is up to you.
He'll do it. Yeah. He'll come. This isn't like... I think JH goes to like grab him with one hand and then looks at Odias and is very gentle. Like, picks it up. You can see he's focused on like the hole and he's like, holy shit. But like he's careful with it. He's not he's definitely more respectful than
Mom.
than mom. Yeah.
Mama's on.
Mama's on.
Mama's on's pizza. Anyways, he puts it down.
I made that joke to myself the other day.
Oh god, no, because all I'm thinking is made fresh.
Oh no.
Oh god. Okay.
So yeah.
If I may,
yeah.
Ronin will look to her and say, "If there's any help you require, I'd gladly be of assistance in this."
I think she gives you a look that is probably the closest to rude you've ever seen from her towards you. It's this look that almost is dripping with condescension and not quite pity, but maybe amusement. It's more like it.
I
And
will
Okay.
hold up my hand and I will say, not because I doubt your abilities, just I understand this may be an intense ritual.
I think J.A. pipes up there and goes, Preserver, if I may, I believe if she needed your assistance, she would have demanded it. And sets it down, Waycash down on the spot where he's supposed to be, and returns to the door where he was stationed before.
Kedri's just gonna lean into Ronan. Okay, I like him now.
He is very amusing.
it is kind of you to offer, but I believe your assistance here would cause you more discomfort than it would assistance for me.
So be it.
Though I'm certain Azani would love to see you both.
And where is she?
Oh, puttering around.
Lurking. She's lurking. She's waiting.
Let's not keep her waiting for too long then.
At door.
Kedri-zan, does your sister lurk?
Yes. All three of them do. Ka and Kor are that way.
At least your skills have not dulled. And she, waves her hand a bit. And they, slowly, all three of them slowly sort of poke out. Azani with the full eye roll as she comes out. There is the, I want to equate it to, sort of the fashion runway stomp, the leg over leg stomp. As she walks those very pointed, very confident, very forward focused steps. As she comes out from where she had in fact been lurking.
And I think it's this moment that anybody watching sees that Azani favors their mother very heavily. And it's in this moment anybody looking really realizes that Kedri definitely is Kalazan's child, but she obviously favors her father, whoever that was. And the twins come out half Mirialan.
Yeah.
And they are the creepy twins from Legend of Korra. Full on.
Good touchstone.
Lovely.
It's a solid touchstone, yep.
Yeah.
Except both female, but Ka and Kor are just like the creepy twins from Legend of Korra.
If you don't know them well, you cannot tell them apart. And Azani, I think, just immediately, that straight line, smiles at her mother and then goes over to you, Ronin. And again, there is that sort of, I think the hand comes out and goes on your chest. And she goes, "You've made it back."
In one piece, more or less, yes. How are you doing?
And then she looks back at you, Kedri, and smiles and goes, "So very well."
Not even a hello for your distraught baby sister.
Are we so strained that we must have nicety?
I hate you. Take him and go. Have fun.
And here I was hoping we could reconnect.
Go reconnect with him.
Come on, Azani. I'll show you some new moves I learned.
Yes, let's go reconnect.
From 6 feet behind, they hear metal feet.
Thank you, Zach, because I didn't forget that. I do think Kedri walks up to the twins, and just like pulls them. They're probably about 17, so because they're about 10 years younger than her, and she will just like wrap arms around both of them.
They each put one arm around you to form a complete hug between the two of them.
I missed you both.
We missed you too. It's good to see that you're back. How long will you be staying for?
We're going to see if Mother can do something very, very cool. And watch me pay the price for it. And that will determine how long I stay.
And then they sort of look at each other for a moment and they go, a price to be paid. It won't. It will be steep, perhaps. But what comes of that? It should be interesting to see. And then they both look back at you with just wide smiles. And like excited eyes.
Are you going to stay and watch?
And then in unison, they look over at Kala and go, Mother, can we? And she goes, yes, I suppose for now. And they look back at you and go, when we have the time, will you tell us what you've been up to? What's it like out there? What you've been doing?
As if you haven't been on your own adventures to share with me. Of course I'll tell you.
Wonderful. We can't wait. And I think over the next, I'm going to say about an hour and a half, there's a lot of prep work being done in this place. In the center of it is what looks like sort of a well. And with your help, it is pried open. You've seen this before. This thing goes, as far as you know, down to the core of Dathomir. And this is only used in the like biggest of rituals, because this is how you can summon the oldest of the spirits from this place. How you can truly tap into the will of what lies beyond, or the wills of what lies beyond, for anyone who gets that reference. And I think Ronin, outside of what I assume to be the obvious, is there anything else you would like to do in this time?
I think it's about an hour and a half later before it's done, and then that's when that is when. So what I'll do is I will go to a training room and I want to find an empty one. And I'll go in there and sit, and I'll tell Jade to wait by the inside, but by the door. And I'll sit in the middle of the room, and I will try to connect to one of the Jedi through the Force.
I also have a question before this rolls, because I need it to be timely. Was I asked to leave, or did you get me a chair?
You were told to wait outside the room for sure.
So,
like standing by the door, probably.
I have something to do in that time too. Then,
Yeah.
Ooh.
before we try and connect the Jedi.
I swear to God,
J.A.
there's a bomb on my planet.
Just
As we've
everywhere
been
y'all
going,
go.
JH has been waiting. Just like watching as we've been going, studying the environment. And when he's told to wait here, he moves away from somewhere else, somewhere that could be like more private, like even if it's just like a broom closet or something like that. He assumes this is going to take a little bit, so he's got time. And he puts himself in and he sets up a scanner And he goes, Kedrick, it's JH. Looks like they're going to try and revive the Jedi. Not exactly sure what that entails. I'll report back later. Closes it off and goes and resumes his spot outside the door.
Oh yeah.
You get a message sent notification.
Yeah, he would also say Dathomir.
So
It's just a guy dressed up as a droid.
It took a second
It's
for
a
that name
fucking
to hit.
assassin droid.
It took a whole second for that name to hit. Oh my god.
What is the name?
You
I don't know who we're talking
motherfuckers.
about.
Oh, it's Kedrick. It's Kedrick. I'll spell it for you.
Hedrick. All right. Who is that?
Oh. I'm not going to tell you. I'm genuinely. This is a moment where I'm sorry, buddy. When it pops off who that is, it's going to be bad. And I want you to react naturally.
Surely it'll be fine. Ronan can handle anything thrown at him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Now, what are we doing? What are we doing now?
So,
Hate you.
okay. So Ronan, you have found a space. You,
I said Kedrick. I meant Keddick, by the way.
actually, no, you had it right. I
I did?
misspelled it. That
Okay.
serendipitously worked out.
Okay.
Lovely.
Anyway, so
Brush up on my Star Wars lore.
Ronan, you.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I love all the thoughts that are clearly going through Cass's head right now. So Ronan, you reach out with the Force, and I need you to make a Force roll, please.
Three dark.
Ooh, okay, cool. So you begin to spread out your consciousness through the galaxy. You are essentially gripping at stars and dragging yourself further out, each time picking up momentum as your consciousness spreads further, looking for those wisps in the Force that feel like what you are looking for. And what is it exactly, Ronan, that you are clawing your way through the galaxy to find?
What Ronan is feeling that he hasn't much expressed or he's been trying his hardest to not give away is that he has respect for Wakesh, and out of that respect he is trying to make sure that the Jedi made it out alive, because Wakesh did die for that. And as sort of like a final thing, if in case this thing doesn't work, he wants to know that maybe somehow Wakesh will know that they are okay.
So I think here's what's going to happen. I think with what you're doing, I'm going to shift one of these dark side points to a light side point. I think what you are doing here is fairly clearly using the dark side of the Force to feed into the light here. You are providing, hopefully, an opportunity for comfort, an opportunity for knowledge, an opportunity for peace. And I think that what you find is something desperately reaching out into the Force in this moment. You feel almost like hands grasping for something to hold, to uplift, to keep steady. You feel them, the Jedi. There is mixed emotion. You can't pull at the threads clearly enough yet. You're not so practiced at this. But you can feel them there. Is there anything you'd like to do specifically, knowing that they are there, that they are alive?
Specifically, the violent one,
Yeah.
Lumira, but Ronan does not know her name. He just knows her as the violent one because was punching Bane's dead body.
Yeah.
um, and I think it is it's Ronan's way of reassuring, which is not probably very reassuring, but it's an attempt to, and it's a probably what would come across as a almost hostile um attempt to um relay what's the word I'm looking for, relay peace of mind, so to speak, because it's not something he's familiar with. Peace of mind, this is not a thing that he experiences. So for him it is battle, it is aggression and fighting through it. So I think it's almost like he's saying you have to continue to fight.
Wonderful. I like that. And I think there is you feel content that the intention has been pushed out into the Force, has been pushed towards your intended target. And then I think you hear footfalls outside. You see movement through the high-topped windows.
Would you like me to handle it?
No. And I'll use sense if I may.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. Um, let's have you roll another Force check.
I'm using a lot of force stuff today. It's too light, too dark.
We're getting that Force sense stretched out. It's good. It's good stretching.
I got a lot of it.
Yeah. All right. So, what would you like to use?
So I have only the basic power of. Well, I have the control and duration upgrades on the left side for sense.
Okay.
But as far as in this moment, I think the only thing I can use is the basic power.
Okay.
Which I'm just trying to get the sense of like where they are exactly.
So, I think, are you using light or dark?
Dark.
So, it's easy enough to open yourself up to everything around you. And you can sense all of these Night Sisters moving towards the tower. Dozens of them. You can sense them beginning to surround it.
Is it? Does this seem is okay? I got two questions. I know that there's a big thing. I guess it's really one question. I know that there's a big thing about to happen.
Whoa.
You're getting very
Your
crunchy.
audio.
You
Yeah.
sound like
Audio-
how JH sounds.
Yeah.
Am I coming through? How's this?
Yeah, you're way better now. You're good.
It's better.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's happening right now with stuff. But I know that there's a big thing happening with stuff in Night Sister stuff. Does this seem like part of that?
Yeah,
Or does
yeah.
it
I
seem
mean,
like a hostile thing.
it doesn't seem hostile inherently, but you've never seen them gather like this before, or you've never sensed them gather like this before. But there's nothing about it that seems overly aggressive.
Okay. In that case, I'll say JH, no killing, just monitor if you can.
Absolutely. I will take up a point.
Thank you. I don't think it's anything bad. I've never seen something like this happen before, although I've never seen them do anything like they're about to attempt today before either.
Do you want me to roll stealth there, Lion, so that I can get into a hidden position to observe?
If you are trying to get in a hidden position, absolutely.
Oh, yes, I am definitely trying to get into position.
Yeah. I will say that this is going to be let me double check something very quickly. Yeah, this is going to be 2 purple. This is an average difficulty. It's not super hard.
Okay, give me a second. 2 purple or okay, never mind. I got black and purple mixed up. Let me check my skills because
Yeah, I think you have something for stealth.
oh, I have a lot for stealth.
Hey, we love to see
As an
it.
assassin droid, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Is it 2 or 3? Sorry, difficulty.
2 difficulty.
Very well. Let's see. I roll a lot, but I got nothing. I got 2 advantages.
Okay. Do you have anything that goes with it? Because I feel like you had something.
That is the thing that gives me the blue.
Right. Okay.
All I got throughout this was advantages.
Okay.
However, I think we could probably sum this up into a critical of it's real busy and he's just a droid.
Yeah, that's 100% what I was thinking. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I will say that with
It's
those
not
advantages,
optimal.
yeah, you are good enough at what you do that when you realize that you are not hiding well and that continuing to try will just make you stick out, you fall on the very classic, oh, it's just a droid, who cares? And it seems there are a few of them that do sort of watch you, but none of them seem to be critical or distrusting. So you're not hidden, but you haven't sparked any like concern.
I move in a way that makes it look like I have a message for Odias.
I love it. Yeah. And I think as you do, they sort of part slowly to let you sort of make your way through, and then they fall back into rank as they let you pass. And they have at this point fully circled the tower. There are like 3 rows of circles spread out, each a little bit tighter than the last. But they do let you pass. When you
Fine.
make it to like the tower, assuming you're
I'm finding like somewhere to watch.
Mm-hmm.
This is optimum for reconnaissance. So.
Yeah. You can see inside the like threshold. Inside, you see Mother Zahn standing over this now open what looks like brick-built well mouth. The lights are flickering again, greens and reds. Shadows seem to be dancing through the room, and when I say that, I mean that almost literally. They move rhythmically and flow like they are following patterns, not simply randomly avoiding where the flames lick and draw light. There is intent in how the shadows move here. You see smoke flowing out both from the top of the threshold and out into the sky, and from the top of the tower more of it rises, and as it does, off towards the atmosphere, you see swirls of green, and what for a moment you question your sensors because they look like faces, hands reaching outwards, mouths agape at awkward, odd angles, calling, screaming, eyes, sockets open wide, empty before dispersing. The wind blows howling past you, and you can swear that your audio sensors pick up layers of shrieks and screams and cries. Inside, Odias, you, your siblings, and the mother. Laid behind the well is the body of Wakesh, supported by what looks to be a stone slab made altar. And on the corner of it, each corner, is a different skull, each carved with a symbol. Some you recognize, some you don't. From the well, smoke and spirits rise. They move past you, around you, through you, hands dispersing as they caress at your face, your shoulders, your arms, unsure if they are trying to bring you comfort or trying to grasp for you for salvation. And Hala begins to chant. And as she does, the spirits that are wafting upwards stop and slowly look down at you, the room filling with them and the smoke, the smell of burnt flesh and brimstone and rot spreading. There is cold here in this room as she chants. And then Azani begins to chant. The twins begin to chant, each a point of a semicircle around the well, with you standing there parallel with the threshold, completing that circle. You've never heard these words before. You've never heard these calls before. You recognize some of it as they beseech the spirits of before to come to provide aid, but they also make demands, and you do not know what they are demanding. What they are demanding of the spirits, what they are offering in return. Without stopping, the mother picks up a dagger, one you've seen many times, and she drags it across her palms. And she passes it. And Dazani does the same. As do the twins. And then they pass it to you. she holds her hands outstretched past Way's body over the well. Palms open, fingers extended, and the blood drips in, and each of them follows in kind until all of you are doing it, creating this almost circled, crossed pattern. And then you reaching forward, that single line segment breaking through the center. Your blood drips in, as does theirs. Every time it falls deeper into that darkness, you hear a cry. Like someone or something begging for release. So desperate. So hurt. So scared. And then they draw their arms back. She reaches up and wipes the blood across her own face, and they each do as well.
Real quick,
Yes.
the person I heard
Mm-hmm.
was that way.
It sounds vaguely familiar. It might be.
Can I confirm that?
You can try, but it's going to be very hard.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Okay, so you're going to be making a perception.
Uh-huh.
We're going to set it at... I don't want to make this impossible, but it is daunting. We're going to say 4 purple dice.
Okay.
Believe in you. You got this.
You can do it.
Because I know Way pretty well. Can I have a boost?
That is with the boost.
Yeah! Yep. Let's do it.
Okay. 1 yellow, 2 green, 1 blue, 4 purple.
I believe in you. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, I'm so scared to hit this button, y'all.
You
It's
can
gonna be
do
great.
it.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I believe in you.
I'm not gonna look.
That's
You
good.
guys react for
You're
me.
good.
I gotta flip the thing. Oh,
Oh, not bad.
Excellent.
Oh!
I'm so
Oh!
thrilled with
Success,
those.
two threat.
2
Yeah.
successes.
Okay.
Right?
The threat may not be the good stuff, but the successes. You know,
The
you got it.
successes are good. Is it Way? Is it Way? Is it Way?
So I'm going to answer that question in a second. But I want to ask you something first.
Shit.
Do you have a D6 handy?
Yeah. Always. Do you see this bag? Yes.
Can you roll it for me?
Am I wanting a certain result?
No. I think they're all just about equal.
Oh, okay. Let me think. What am I gonna roll to see if this is Way? What am I gonna roll? Do I roll the blood splatter dice? Is that a little too on the nose? I'm gonna roll this gray one.
Do it.
Oh, I rolled it off the fucking desk is what I did. Hold on.
Floor dice don't exist.
Floor dice don't exist. I rolled a 5.
Wonderful. Okay. So,
I rolled
it does sound like Way's voice. At first.
there it is.
You're so sure.
There it is. Yeah.
Something's nagging at you as it screams, as it cries, as it calls.
Way wouldn't cry. Way wouldn't cry.
Way wouldn't cry, and if he did, he wouldn't sound like that. Something's off
Yeah.
with it. More of these spirits rise from within, filling the room.
I will hesitate to put the blood on my own face and go, Mother, that voice isn't him.
They continue completely unimpeded.
Okay.
There is a look shown in your direction. Course. They raise their hands. Slowly the fingers close. And you can hear the storm rolling in, the thunder growing louder, the flashes of lightning blinding outside. Ronin standing there by the threshold, you have to shield your eyes as the lightning strikes. Only inches from the tower, not a single Night Sister flinches or acknowledges its existence. You hear them, every single one, chanting in unison here. The air is electric. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. And then there's a gasping sound from the altar. A deep, heavy gasp. Way's head twitches. The arms tighten, hands gripping the sides of the altar as the body shoots up, Way sitting up with a start. Head bowed slightly, shoulders heaving. I could not have imagined the weight of freedom. The hand shoots out, burying itself in Kala's chest to the wrist. Her eyes go wide. It withdraws. In the palm, the still beating heart of Mother Kalazan. And she collapses.
I rip him out of that body. I bind him and rip him out of that body.
You reach out with the force, and you feel almost as though your fingers are being bent backwards, as though if you keep pushing, they will snap. As Wakesh looks over at you. On his forehead, there is a carved symbol that seems to be rising to the surface, splitting the flesh. You recognize it. You've walked this path before.
Mm-hmm.
His arm reaches out, and his hand flicks down, and there is a weight pressed upon your shoulders that you have never felt before in your life, as every failure, every mistake, every question, every moment that you've been less than certain is brought to your mind.
To be clear, is this Bane or is this Ravis?
It doesn't feel like Bane.
Ravis.
If I may.
You may.
Can I see what's happening in the room?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
You're about to see me do something real dumb.
No, you're not. Because I
am. Yes, I am.
If I may, can I pull Odias? I don't know how many people I can pull. Is the thing. I want to pull as many people as I can, that are in there. As many of as Odias is put on there first and foremost, and then whoever else I can grab that's in there of her sisters, and just pull them out of the room.
So
I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems not good at all.
I'm gonna tell you, Odias will resist this. She's negotiating. You see negotiation face on. I don't think.
So here's what's gonna happen. You reach out with the force to try and grab as many of them as you can, and you can feel your will being pushed outwards towards them. You can feel Odias pushing back against it. Odias, this masked face, regards you with the closest thing you can imagine to pity, sympathy, and amusement. And then you see long, curled blue fingers reach from within the well, and they begin to pull themselves upward. And what you see is very similar to the mask that Wakesh wears, but it's not. It's a face. And as it rises, this face is misshapen. There are spines along its long, arched neck, its upper body massive compared to the thinner, lower bottom legs that it pulls itself up through. And in a moment, you feel empty. Ronin, hollow. You cannot feel the force here. It is gone.
May I act?
Yeah, you can.
The cloak is thrown as instead of the usual IG droid, very thin and cylindrical, he's very boxy. And equipped to his back are two weapons that collapse out. On the side, you see it's a big kind of the word that they use is a ripper blade, but he's going for the carbine. And that snaps out real quick. And first, he's going to take a second to take a stress point and focus his aim. And then he fires through this thing, ideally hitting the Jedi.
Supposed to ask permission, bitch.
Mm.
And
He
I
was-
specifically said, "Don't shoot this one."
Well, his words was, "Don't shoot the Jedi."
Yeah.
But this is not the Jedi.
You can
Fair.
certainly try.
It's fair.
So we're gonna say that this is. What is the range on this?
The range does not matter for me. I will tell you that. I can shoot forever.
I love that. Is this light a light or heavy weapon?
It's a heavy weapon.
It's a heavy weapon. Okay. So cool. It's gonna be at medium range, so it's only a 2
Okay.
difficulty.
So stressed out.
However, you are gonna add 2 black dice to it.
Okay.
And give me a moment. I need to check.
I need to check my focus aim.
I have this statted
Or
out.
precise aim.
Wait, is this
Reduce
a
target's
Mandal-
range by the amount of my precise aim. So I reduce it to... it'll
That's a
go
really
down by
good-
1.
Nice.
Purple.
Okay. Cool.
It's fucking
Go ahead.
wild.
Make your roll.
I just want to double check
Yeah.
this stuff. Has he technically acted yet?
Yes.
Okay. So I can't unload. Just
I believe
want to
in you.
double check. That's 1 hit
Advantage.
and 4 advantage. Lion,
That's 5 advantage.
5 advantage.
Uh-huh.
My weapon naturally applies a crit at 2.
Okay.
And for each extra that I do, up to my point of lethal blows, I can add more damage.
Okay. So how much damage can you do?
I deliver 49 points of damage.
Oh my
What?
Lord.
Okay, so yeah, because
Deal.
is this a Mandalorian Ripper? It's a slug thrower.
Oh no, this is not a ripper. This is just a carbine.
Oh, it's the carbine. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
However,
Dear
Huh?
Lord.
is this the carbine? No, it's the heavy blaster rifle. My apologies. I also will do the one thing and activate a setting with the last 2 and hit it with the stun setting.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that's good. That's
49
real good.
points of damage, but it's all stun.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have to do.
He's a bounty hunter, by
Yeah.
the way.
Here's
Yeah.
what we're gonna do. Okay. This is very
Got it.
Yep.
um
Got it. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
so
Yep.
I'm going to
Yep. You were getting there.
flip a point. Just gonna bring us back to balance. Then, is this like just a bunch of blaster fire? Like, what is it that's being fired?
Let me double check that. I need to see if it's accurate 1 stun setting, so I could technically roll 1 more die, but it is an energy weapon, so it is a blaster fire.
Sure. Okay. So you fire.
However, it is
off.
set to stun.
Excellent.
So
you thrust the cloak, you fire off, and it's just I'm gonna say, if it's okay with you, it's a bunch of like stun blasts. Classic Star Wars blue rings fired outwards. Kedri, they fly past you. And Wei raises a hand, and the creature inside of the well that is dragging itself out rises and acts almost as a shield being hit by these things. And it flies backwards into him, which makes him stumble back.
Mm-hmm.
And then J.H. Ronin, you will see his Night Sisters begin to drop outside, almost like a stack of dominoes.
Conventional fire is ineffective.
And then there is a sound of frustration from Wakesh.
Ravis.
Pushes the being off and looks at you again with the closest thing you can imagine to amusement, and the tower begins to shake. And he shakes his head and goes, "You are confused.
Am I?
I do not blame you. You have been through quite a bit.
Are you Ravis? Is that who I'm speaking to?
If you make the mistake of attempting to prevent me from leaving this place,
Do you see me trying to stop you?
you will not have. What is it that you want then, child?
Are you Ravis?
And if I am,
I ask a boon for making sure you could come back.
speak quickly.
I want him back. Your descendant. Wakesh.
When I am finished, you will have him.
What can I do to help?
And I think that's where we're going to end today's episode of Path of the Fates. Thank you so much to my amazing cast for being here and being a part of this. Thank you, chat.
No.
For what?
I said, oh no.
Thank you so much to the amazing chat, y'all, for being here and keeping things going. Well, we got way back-ish, maybe? Who knows? It's great. It's a good time. Just remember, this, like every other thing that we'll be doing here on the channel and elsewhere over the next month and a half through the end of February, is part of Month of Tales 2, where we're raising money along with Project Hope in order to provide relief for people who are suffering because of the fires in California. It's a really awful time out there, and you really want to, come in and help out in whatever way you can. If you hit ! donate over in the chat, you'll bring up the Tiltify link. You can go donate there. After we're off air, you can still come over to our Discord. You can check out our socials at TFTT Studios, all across socials, in order to find the link there so you can donate even when we're not on air. We're going to be releasing a schedule as soon as we can. It'll be constantly updating because we're going to try and fit as many games and as many shows and as many opportunities for y'all to donate as possible over the next month and a half. Every single dollar helps. 5 cents makes a difference. It doesn't matter what you donate. It matters. And if you can't donate, that's okay. You can help out either by hitting ! sign up and signing up for all of the different events that we're going to be having. We need Tailslingers. We need players. We need stuff for giveaways. We need producers. We need everything and anything that you are able, willing, and ready to do. We'll take it. All the help in the world. We're happy to accept it so we can pass that on. After we're off the air, you can go find that link also on our Discord, and you can also find it on all our socials. It's there at all times. We're going to be accepting people almost through the entire thing because I'm sure we're going to have seats ready. And if they ever all fill up, that's fine. I'll find more opportunities. Don't you worry. with that said, let me pass it around. Everyone can tell you who they are, where you can find them, what they're up to, all that cool stuff, and then I'll take us out and do things from there. So, since you didn't get to at the beginning, Zach, why don't we start with you?
Hey, everybody. I am Zach, your audio and production side of things here at Tales from the Table Studios, which is new for us as well. Glad to have that announced. I've also been JH23, and I am your new problem. There's been a lot of behind the scenes on how I can make everybody's life a fucking nightmare. And I am so glad to be here. So, yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky at Scheduled for Launch. And you can find me tomorrow playing another robot who's much more personable, named Grocer Starlight, where we have a good time. We're going to steal a train. We're going to steal something on a train in space. It'll be a lot of fun. That'll be at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check out that. Stick around. Please help support us as we, fundraise for some just absolute horrendous shit going on. That's everything for me, though. I'm glad to be joining the Sith table for a little bit. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. From there, why don't we go in reverse order? So, Cass.
Hi, I'm also a problem. Yeah. Hi. I'm Cass, better known as Yoda, Yoda Almighty. You can find me on Blue Sky under Yoda Almighty, and screaming in this Discord about this game. Screaming in several Discords about this game, if I'm very perfectly honest. Everybody got unloaded on this week from me. You can find me next this Thursday over on Live from the Apocalypse for Redacted, where our haunted houses in our brains are now haunted duplexes. The ghosties have split up, and we're running around this island trying to figure out the mystery. It's fun. It's fun. We're totally good. And then alternating Thursdays, you will find me on Entropy Emporium for God Complex. The consequences of my actions have caught up to me, and I got mildly punished for them. Yes, Mako, I know. I don't know if everybody can see my dog just behind me. She has opinions. As pit bulls are wont to do. And then second Sundays of the month, you can find me over on Singularity playing Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse, our City of Mist game. And that's where you can find me. And back here in 2 weeks, where I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
For sure not. X.
Yo, everybody. I'm Extell, aka at Extell the King, and also again social media manager for Tales from the Table Studios. I've got there's a lot of stuff going on in my brain right now because of what just happened. So just follow me on socials. You'll find out about stuff because I can't think straight right now. Or you can catch me tomorrow. I'm here tomorrow for Celestial Railway job, and that's gonna be great. But yeah, just a lot of stuff. Oh, it's a great time. Oh, it's chaos. That's it for me, everybody.
We do love chaos. We do love chaos. And since if I don't do it, I'll get yelled at. Hey, y'all, it's Drake Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. I am the creative director for Tales from the Table Studios. You can find me at It's Drake Lionheart on pretty much all socials except on Twitter where it's Lionheart. Lion Knight 42. But don't go follow me on Twitter because that place is awful, and really, why do that when there's so many other places you can find me? But the place you'll find me most is here, both on stream and in our Discord, because we have a fantastic Discord. You can go check that out. The link should be down in our About section. You can also find it, I think, on all our socials. Come pop in, say hi. It's the best way to keep track of what all these amazing people are doing across all our casts. We have a whole channel dedicated to a list of all of the cool projects they're working on, where you can find them, what they're up to. So it's the best way you can go about supporting them. It also allows you to pop in and say hi. Say hi to me. Say hi to these fantastic people. All the people in all our casts are in that Discord server as well. And it's the best best way to keep up to date with all of our events. First, look at all of our series as they're coming, where we post our casting lists from when we're doing casting, and the best way to stay up to date on what we're doing here with Month of Tales 2, because we're going to be looking for a lot more people for a lot more events, and that's the best place for you to be able to come and take part. You'll see me here tomorrow at 1 p.m. as I run the Celestial Railway job. It's Cowboy Bebop themed heist in space, and it is a great time. We have an angry Canadian camera-headed robot who's looking for an excuse to get into kerfuffle, and we love it. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on, and it's going to be a great time, and it will also be, like every other game you find on this channel, and hopefully some others, raising money to support Project Hope and the California fires, because those, people, they need the help. After that, you'll be able to see me again next week, I guess, because Sunday, Monday, it's a new week, whatever. But that's the thing. You'll be able to see me again over on Pantsless Tables, actually, Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, as I take part in another Project Hope California. I can't say words. Project Hope California Fire Relief event for Pokepocalypse. It's a Saga's one-shot. It's going to be a wonderful time. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. Come watch me be an incredibly depressed, sad haunter. It's great. And I think that's all I have to go through right now. So I'm gonna take half a sec. Let's see what the plan is from here. And the plan is that we are going to be going off in a minute. But before we do, let me just take a moment to say thank you again. If you shared any of these links, if you plan to share any of these links, if you signed up or plan to sign up, if you want to be a part of it, there's so many ways to do so. Don't be afraid to. We will find a way to help you help everyone else, and it matters. Everything matters. Every bit of effort matters. Every cent matters. It's all meaningful. So until next time, remember to take care of yourself, love yourself, eat enough food, drink enough water, do the things that you got to do for yourself, do the things you can do for those around you, and always remember to tell your tales. We love you so much, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.
Goodbye.